Hey everybody, and brightest blessings. Lady Leeanna here with yet another edition of Wicca for today. And it is great to be back here with you for yet another show. Thank you for tuning into the channel once again. Today we are here to talk about people that are repressed within their households by a predominating religion that is not paganism. Okay? And today we have my gay male best friend within paganism, Rodney Swindell, who has been a student of mine for 15 years or more.
Hello everybody, welcome to the show. It's good to be here.
It's good to see you on the show. Rodney here is actually my first guest ever on this channel, so I really want to welcome him to the show. I really appreciate him being on here, and I hope to have a lot of guests for you in the future. But today we have him here so that he can talk about his personal home life. He actually has first-hand insight in a couple of ways about what it's like to be repressed within the household, and that is being homosexual within his household and being pagan within his household when his mother, who is the predominator, is Jehovah's Witness. Likewise, you have a brother that's how old now?
My brother is 15.
But, I mean, he was like...
We're 21 years apart. He was a surprise to everybody.
So his mother was actually very, very guarding over what his brother would be subjected to throughout his raising.
Yes.
And so, especially earlier within Rodney's pathway, he was repressed from his religion. Not as heavily today, but not still able to practice within his household. So tell us about that. Your mom does acknowledge that you are pagan, eclectic spiritualist.
She understands that I am pagan. I am who I am, and she accepts that to a degree. But unfortunately, I'm still unable to do anything in the home. Any of my practices or rituals.
No candle burnings whatsoever.
No altars. All my books and all my altar tools are out in the shed.
And it's been that way all through.
And it's been out there for quite some time now.
Now, you do have a lot of merchandise that you had from when you were able to practice freely in your own apartment.
Yes.
So it can be really, really hard when you go from practicing freely and openly in your own home to staying in a motherly residence or fatherly residence where you're heavily repressed and go back to being absolutely nil and having any freedom.
Yes,
correct?
It's always harder to go back home. It really is.
But, I mean, you've been doing this for a while because before it was paganism, it was being gay, correct?
Yes.
Because you actually came out as being gay before you came out as being pagan, or around the same time, or what?
Oddly enough, it was about around I came out with both of them around about the same time, so it was kind of a double whammy for my family.
Because I kind of remember helping you by encouraging you to come out as being gay.
Yeah.
Because he's shy as hell now.
I am
I mean,
shy,
he is bad shy. It was hard to get him to come on the show to begin with. Okay, but back then, he was a nightmare. A bundle of nerves, and he still is, but not near as bad. But he finally came out as gay. Then
shortly after,
came out so you can imagine his poor mother. She was like right beside herself,
bam, wham bam kind of thing,
you know. But it was hard to get him to be himself and to actually start letting everybody know who he was. But I feel that he was extremely depressed. I mean, beyond depressed.
I was very depressed.
I was actually afraid for his own personal life at that point in time. So I watched over him quite a bit. They're my kids. I mean, I've been teaching him for over 15 years in paganism. I have 3 other students that came in about the same time. And at that point, we created Covenant Shadow Insights. Me, the High Priestess, and all of us together, the 4 cornerstones of what created CSI. And by the way, we came in way before the show.
Before the show ever
the series
started.
CSI. We were CSI.
It was just a coincidence that the show came out afterwards. Really.
Like a while after. It was a while after that the show came out. But anyway, we were the 4 cornerstones of this covenant, and we had people coming in left and right to be at one with us. Either way, that's besides the point. And we can talk about our covenant practice on a show of its own in the future. But really, I want to focus on you. All right, now.
Big deer headlights. But that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, but no, you're leaning toward what pathway? Or what pathway do you feel that you've always leaned toward the most? Because I know you variated.
I have searching my when I was filling out what path I was going down, and I consider myself a green witch, with a bit of shamanism here and there. It's kind of a bit eclectic. It really is, but that's really what spirituality is. It's bringing a bunch of different things together and making something.
Especially for us in paganism. I mean, there is no pagan pathway that's entirely not bled into by other religions, I don't believe.
It all really stems from the earth herself. I mean, it comes from nature. They're all nature-based religions, pretty much. I need to put it in my hands.
He is nervous,
I'm sorry,
y'all.
I'm nervous.
He can't help it. You're just going to have to forgive him.
If they were tied behind, I wouldn't be able to speak.
Well, even Christianity is bled into by paganism in the earliest times. Look at the Green Man.
Green Man, yes.
But you value yourself more to be Green Witch at your base, right?
Yes.
As it makes kind of sense, since I am Wicca, Witchcraft at base, you guys are pretty much naturally in with the flow of that, because all of you came in before the rest of the group and we went more eclectic. You know, y'all kind of got cut out of my ass, I guess, in the earliest days. You know, as with me teaching you, I mean, it would stand to reason. But we have all kind of added to ourselves along the way different aspects.
We've all acquired different aspects, that we were not familiar with, that we
feeling more cordial with.
Cordial, yeah, becoming more connected with.
And a lot of us, actually, if you sit there and think about it, you're not saying anything that isn't cut out of my ass. I mean, because my base is Witchcraft, Wicca, and then Shamanism is my second portion of my base, and then a little Buddhism, and then you add in other things, Druidism, Shaman. But I've always taught all of you guys everything. I mean, we were never 100%. I was able, because of all the pathways that I had gone down, I was able to teach y'all a little bit of all of it, and we all came out pretty much an eclectic bunch, you know, with the Wiccan eclectic spirituality.
Fairly well-rounded group of people, it really was.
Right. But, you know, your mother is Jehovah's Witness.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a little brother that came in way after you, like 21 years after you.
Yes.
So your mom was very guarding about him in the household and whatever you would let slip or play into your life. So you were repressed very hard within paganism when you first came out.
Yes. That was definitely what she was repressed there. It's really...
I mean, even behind your homosexuality, you were repressed more within your paganism, yes?
Yes, because of the alternate religion and being believed to be the works of Satan or whatnot, you know, not of God.
Well, we all know that anything odd is not of God, right?
Right.
You know, but, I mean, in all reality, there are people all around the world that are not able to practice in their own personal religions. There are people that watch this show that would be beheaded if they were caught with this on their computers, you know. And I've talked to some of those personally in my emails. They told me directly their families would kill them, you know. And I believe that. And this person here was from Morocco, you know. And I believe that there are people within this country that feel that they're in the same type of danger.
We do have still have a great deal of pitfalls here in the States. It's not all as exciting as they make it think it is.
You know, it's very hard to come out, you know, as who you are, whether you're pagan or gay or whatever, you know. In this day and age, we have kids that are coming out as being transgendered at the age of 7 and 8 years old.
Yes.
We have gay people that are coming out in just as early of ages, people that feel that they would be gay, you know. And then we have people that are coming to me on the channels and talking about themselves being pagan, but living within Christian households, who are 12 and 13 most recently. And I try to guide them to the best possible way I can. But there's only so much you can do when your household is predominated by a head of household that is Christian.
Or any other
heavy, hard-hitting religion, such as Buddhism or Middle Eastern. I mean,
Muslim. Islamic.
You know, they are very, very brutal within their religions as per how they raise their kids, you know.
And
now there are a lot of religions that are very laid back that could be more at one with us, like Universal Unitarian, Catholicism. These are your more laid back religions, and people that would actually be found coming to me and chit-chatting quite a bit here at the shop that I have here in Liberty, you know. But there are a lot of people that can't.
Yes.
I've literally had people come and rip their family member out of here, and the family member was a female of 22 years old. You know. And, well, I mean, we have friends in common that have been studying under me since they were 14, whose family has come and ripped them out of here, or called them and demanded them out of here because they drove by and had seen his car at the time. So, you believe me, I've seen this. I mean, through all of my students, you know, I personally have never been repressed as a pagan. I was a Christian studying in Baptist, Pentecostal, non-denominational, and even studied to become and was ordained a minister by the age of 18 within Christianity, before I set out to seek out paganism on all other pathways, you know. But by then my father had passed away, and I was no longer living in my mom's household, and she was very laid back. Anyway, I've never really had problems out of my family, although I have aunts and uncles that won't talk to me.
Right.
Which really, that's no skin off my nose. Whatever, you know. But he is surrounded by his family. I believe there's like 3 households on one square block, you know, where they all live. And so he has one of them up his ass at every given point in time. Please pardon the French here. But I could understand where you're coming from on that.
Yes.
What do you perceive for yourself? I mean, you said you have a Green Witch base, or did we not talk about that yet? I don't think we got that far yet.
We've gotten that far, but
We've done a few takes here, people. We're confused as to what we've said. Please help us. No, really. We're good.
It's all good, but I am consider my base to be of the Green Witchcraft. As there are various forms of witchcraft, just to let you know, like just as there are various paths in every direction, and so is witchcraft.
Well, you have a tree, you have a stalk of a tree,
it's like
you have
tree. I mean,
branches, and then you have
twigs.
Well, actually, you have a trunk, and then you have the branches, or what am I leaving out here?
The roots.
I mean, well, you have the roots, which is spirituality.
Yeah,
you know,
spirituality of the religions, and then you have the
then you have the stalk, and then you have the limbs. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was another something there. And then you have the branches, then you have the twigs, and then you have the leaves.
Yes.
Okay.
And so forth is religion.
You know, I mean, this is what spirituality is. I mean, and not to mention, I mean, if you're even talking about Christianity, you have Baptists, then you have the Bread of Life Church, whatever, and you have various, I guess, branches off of that branch, So, really and truthfully, I mean, it's really ironic that anybody would judge other pathways of any kind, since it's so diluted.
Yes, they're very diluted.
I just really couldn't understand for the life of me. But you do find it. I mean, that's for sure. Our hearts definitely go out to the people in other countries that are not allowed to be free within their religion, and in effect are actually afraid of being killed for it. Our love, our prayers actually go out to all of you in dire need of that, and we definitely try and aspire to send our energy out to you because we know that you need it. We realize that we here in America, okay, yes, we are repressed in some ways, but not so much that we're afraid for our lives. But we do acknowledge, and really, I never gave thought to a lot of this till I actually started this channel, and I had people coming to me, talking to me about their fears of their own life by practicing the religions that I'm teaching them, and that scares me. I mean, that's something to really think about. We over here take that for granted,
and not just the practicing other religions, being of a different or sexual orientation is termination. I mean,
right? I mean,
life.
Out of the question in other countries, you cannot be who you want to be in other places. And I know that.
Who you are.
But, all I can ask is that everybody that is watching this show, at the time that you do watch it, please take a moment to send energy out to the other places in the world, to brothers and sisters practicing in paganism, hiding in the secret and shadows of their own country, praying that they don't get killed for the practicing of their own religion. I'm going to make myself cry. But, my heart really does go out to you. This is Lady Leeanna and Rodney Swindell.
Bright blessings.
Sending our love and our hopes for a brighter future and a more clearer path. Okay? You take care of yourself and merry part.
Blessed be.